You are wandering the forest, investigating a lead of a cold case about a missing person. Everything seemed a little hopeless until you found a book in the forest. It's a little old and clearly damaged by both the wildlife and water. Only letters you can make out from the ownership page is FH. You flip through the pages a bit. The more and more you get towards the center of the book, the less damage there seems to be. Then, finally, after a bit of flipping, you get to a segment that seems to be readable. So you decide to read through it to maybe get another lead on the missing person. July 13th, 1991. I'm not a stargazer by any means. I don't like to stay out during the cold of the night just to see some twinkling lights in the sky. Yet, something odd I've started to notice is how bright the moon seems to be. Normally, that wouldn't be so strange. But it's been like this for a long time. Nearly 2 months of non-stop moonshine. While I appreciate the midnight brightness when I'm reluctantly finishing some late night yard work, it feels wrong. Like the moon itself is off, as weird as that sounds. Maybe it's just paranoia or some issues due to lack of sleep, but I digress. July 16, 1991. The moon still hasn't dimmed or waned at all. It's becoming more off-putting as the days pass. This looming sense of dread has started to creep its way in as well. My dreams have started to become a jumble of color without any real connection between them, till it all blends to a single, ever-changing eye. After a few seconds of staring at it, I'm plunged into complete darkness before I wake up again. Sometimes I don't even remember falling asleep in the first place. One second I'm in the kitchen eating dinner. The next second I'm waking up in my bed with the sun well into the afternoon. I should probably ask for a week off from work. Hopefully the reduced stress can get everything back together. July 23rd, 1991. I had another nightmare again. This time, I was in a blank void. Yet there was a cacophony of noise invading the area around me. It was incomprehensible, to the point of barely being able to think about what I was hearing. The sound of drums would slowly morph into a jackhammer, then just suddenly become screaming. Even the volume would shift from a small whisper to a rocket going off right next to me. When I woke up, the sounds still lingered, ringing in my head. I've also noticed that I've started waking up during the late hours of the day, to the point where I'm going to bed at the same time everyone else is getting up to work. A check-in with my doctor would probably be the best option right now. Hopefully, they can make sense of what's wrong with me. July 28th, 1991. According to my doctor, I have narcolepsy. It seems to be a minor case since my muscles haven't deteriorated and I don't feel weakness anywhere when I get overly emotional. They gave me a prescription for modafinil, supposed to reduce my drowsiness during the day. Hasn't worked much, but I still take it. It lets me think that it's working. The moon is still the same, bright and full. I've started to plant flowers now. I figured doing something until I'm okay to work again would keep me sane. Got some low maintenance ones because they're easy to take care of. Forgot the name, but they're white with a lemon-like scent. Maybe this will take my mind off things. I haven't really been feeling like myself lately, so a hobby should get me back in shape. August 2nd, 1991. The flowers are coming along nicely. Have to be careful around them though. Talked to a friend of mine who worked with a botanist. Said that the flower is full of poison. They're pretty when they bloom. Only bloom during the night too. Guess that brings some small sense of peace to my situation. Speaking of which, it hasn't gotten any better. The medicine hasn't helped at all, and the doctor can't figure out why. Luckily, it's just daytime sleeping. No other conditions have appeared, and I'm hoping it stays that way for a while. The sense of dread has also remained in the back of my mind. I've managed to distract myself from it, but it's still there, taunting me, making sure I'm aware of its presence when I try to relax. August 7th, 1991. Someone came by during the night, messed with my flower bed by digging them up and running off. Only thing left behind was a trail of the petals leading towards the woods. I couldn't be bothered with chasing them, but I also don't want to just get a new pack of seeds for them to come back and mess with. So I'm just going to plant some new ones and be outside during the night. I keep sleeping during the day anyway, so I might as well stay up during the night and watch over them. I do wonder who that person was, however. Thanks to the moonlight, I was able to catch a glimpse of what I believe to be a logo. It had blue hands and a blue eye with gold trimmings around both of them. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some answers, but that doesn't seem all that likely until I decide to go after them. August 13, 1991. I decided to walk along the trail the person left for me. They weren't giving any signs of coming back, and my curiosity led me to follow the only clue towards them. The moon is still incredibly bright, so it was easy to follow. The nightlife of the forest is oddly quiet. I expected to hear a cricket or two, maybe an owl, yet I didn't hear a thing when I was following the trail. It felt like I was walking for hours on end in one spot, since nothing seemed to change until I found a clearing. The petals I was following lead to the center where my flowers were replanted. No sign of the person that took them in the first place, though. Everything felt off, from the quiet peace of the forest clearing to the small breeze that started to roll in. Nothing felt right at all, but I don't know why. I'm just gonna wait right here until that person comes back. If that person comes back. August 19, 1991. I'm hungry. Really hungry. I keep trying to go back home, but the petals are gone. And every time I try to leave, I end up circling back towards this clearing. It's cold out here. I don't like it. I really don't like it out here. Why did I come here? Why did I think this was a good idea? All I had to do was stay home. The moon is still so bright and full. It stayed this way for too long. It's wrong. It's wrong. I feel wrong. I feel bad. I just want this to be over. I feel like I can't think straight while the moon is constantly shining down on me. I'm tired. I'm scared. I'm hungry. Really hungry. August 23rd, 1991. I got really desperate and ate the flowers. I felt fine at first, but then a few hours after, I started to throw up. I feel horribly nauseous and weak. Even simple actions like breathing are becoming too difficult to even try. My body is aching, and my bones feel like they're in pain. I want this to be over. I need help, but I don't think anyone is going to find me. I keep seeing something staring at me in the tree line. Multiple things. I've called out to them, but I get nothing. Not a single response or reaction. At this rate, I've just accepted them as hallucinations. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I think I'm just going to sleep. Hopefully, someone will find me and wake me up soon. Please. After reading the last word that you could, you walk towards the clearing. Sure enough, there they are. At least, you hope that it's them. There isn't much to go off of in terms of identity. Their flesh is decayed and ravaged by various bugs and such. The most understandable possible connection you could make between them and the missing person is the fact that they are the only thing resembling a human in this clearing. Besides that, the only other thing is the bed of moonflowers in the center, blooming. Nonetheless, this is your best bet for putting an end to this case. So you call an ambulance and police to come secure the body. All you have left to do is wait. The moon is very bright, shining down on you and the corpse like a spotlight on a stage. The sky is oddly beautiful, with a low purple hue surrounding the horizon. It all feels wrong, but looks so nice, so you just ignore it and wait.